Hello and welcome to another series of video tutorial on Python. In today's session, we will take a look at the introduction part. Python was first created by Guido van Rossum in 1991. Even though he started developing a scripting language in 1980, but the first version was released in 1991. Python is an interpreted language. What is an interpreter? Interpreter executes the program directly without previously compiling the program. So there is no compiler there. If you look at Java, Java needs to be compiled before it can be executed. However, in Python, there is no need for compilation. Python is a simple, powerful, cross-platform language. It supports cross-platform. So it can be run on Windows, Mac, and Unix. That is why it is a cross-platform language. Python can be used for automation purpose. You can develop desktop application, scientific application. You can also develop web application using Python, and you can use Python for mathematics. There are a lot of libraries which are available which can be used. It can also be used for artificial intelligence and machine learning. This is not an exhaustive list of what Python can do or which areas Python is used, but you will get an idea that it can be used in many areas. Python is also free and open source. That means there is no license fee involved. So let us look at history of Python. Van Rossum came up with this idea of a scripting language in late 1980s, and he put forward this idea of creating a new scripting language. And it was first released in 1991 and the version was 0.9. Since Van Rossum was a big fan of Monty Python series, he named the new language as Python. Initially, it was aimed for system programming and it was designed to be easy to learn. So he started off as a scripting language and then it was aimed towards system programming. And he designed it in such a way that it was easy to learn. The initial version had exception handling features. The first 1.0 version of Python came out in January 1994. However, it took a lot of time to release 2.0. This 2.0 was released in 2000. And this 2.0 has been widely used and now it is not supported anymore. Currently we have the version 3.7.x. Python 3.0 was released in 2008. There is a lot of difference between Python 2.0 and Python 3.0. There is no backward compatibility with Python 3.0 to Python 2.0. So you have to upgrade your code before you can run it on Python 3.0. Let us look at the features of Python. Python is an interpreted language. There is no compilation involved in Python. If you write a program in C, C++ or Java, it needs to be compiled before it can be executed. However, this is not needed with Python. Python is also a high-level, functional, object-oriented and scripting language. So it is high-level as you write the programs using English-like language. you don't have to write the programs by using assembly language. Some programming languages are either functional or object oriented. However, Python supports both functional and object oriented features. As I said, Python initially was developed as a scripting language. It can also be used for writing scripts. Python supports multiple platforms, like it can be installed on Windows, Unix, and Mac. And if you write a program on one platform, it can be easily run on other platforms also. Suppose if you have written a Python program in Windows, it can be run easily on Unix or Mac platforms. Since Python is open source and it is free to use, there is no license fee involved, and you write fewer lines of code. If you want to write a hello world program in C or C++ or in Java, then you write few lines of code. However, in case of Python, you just write one line. For example, if you write hello world program in C, it looks something like this. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of code. Okay. And if you write the same program in Java, you need to create a class first, and then you need to have a main method, and then you print hello world here. So this also contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. 7 lines of code including the comment. However, if you look at Python, you just have to type in print hello world. This 7 line or 6 line program becomes one liner in Python. So this is how it reduces the number of lines of code. That means you write fewer lines of code in Python compared to other programming language. Okay, so in Python, you don't need to declare the variable. For example, if you want to declare a variable in Java, then you type in int variable name and then you assign the integer value. However, in Python, it is not needed to declare a variable as int or string. It is automatically detected. Once we assign a value to a particular variable, it internally decides what data type that particular variable is of. So that is why Python is a dynamically typed language. That means it detects the type of the variable automatically once a value is assigned to that particular variable. And Python is easy to learn. One of the main features of Python is Python has got extensive standard libraries. There are a lot of libraries which are available which can be used. You don't have to write the program on your own. There are a lot of libraries available which you can make use of along with Python. Since it has been in use for quite some time, a lot of people and companies have developed their own libraries which we can make use of instead of writing the same code or repetitive code ourselves. Okay, these are some of the features of Python.